What's up, YouTube? It's been a while. My first video for the new year 2023. Today's January 18th. I can recap last year for those of you trying to decide if it's worth it. Now, not everybody's gonna have the same results as me. Might be better, might be worse. So for the year last year, it was not proper. We are negative. We're in the red. And that's with the purchase of the van. So last year we worked a total of 4 months. Started in, maybe that was 3 months. 3 months. Started in October, November, December. In that time frame, I'm trying to get over. I sure hate these towns where the speed limit goes from 65 to 55 to 45 real quick and then back on up, and then it does it again over the next damn hill. Like a police officer's playground. But anyway, so we spent $2,675 on truck payments in that period. Insurance was $38.41.90. Fuel, by far the biggest expense outside of my paycheck, $83.98.39. Gonna have to find ways to cut that down. I mean, slowing down to 65, just pissing everybody off. So be it. Dispatch fees came out to $3,672. We're going to eliminate those dispatch fees this year. We do have an active MC, and we're waiting on that authority to mature. It went active at the beginning of this month, January 2023, and we'll be booking our unloads, so we'll eliminate that. Not only that, you'll get more per load because you're not sharing that cut off the top. I don't know if y'all know how that works, but they always take a cut. Supplies, straps, and all that. Decking, board, insulation, TV, bed, everything in this vehicle that was needed or thought we needed. That came out to $4,179.10. And then we got $571 on extra expense. I don't really know what the fuck that is. Maintenance, oil changes and whatnot is $1,431 every month. We do the oil change every 5,000 miles or close to it, and basically that means we're doing an oil change every week. Tolls, didn't do too bad on tolls. $368.54 on tolls. It's 3 months. So, it's not bad, but it ain't great. But you can't get around it really on a lot of these places. That kind of kicks us in the dick. So we had down payment on the van was $51.50. So, is it worth it? It depends on how you look at it and what your life dictates. So, I'm in a different situation than most people where I have my brother owns this business, I run it. So, he makes money with other investments and he's okay, but it's never okay to be negative. So, if you don't have some kind of secondary form of income, some second stream or third stream, or a spouse that's working or something to help out, you're gonna be fucked. So just before you jump into this thinking you're gonna fucking make all this money, since I've been in this the short period of time that I have doing the vans, I've made some friends and I've seen a lot of people up and leave. I see a lot of vans for sale. I see a lot of people thinking they're going to jump ship and go make more money in a box truck. And by all means, go do that shit if you want to. It makes it easier for me to get a load because they'll all be gone. I'm not going to go into why I think that box trucks is why I know box trucks are not more profitable. That'd be a whole other video. Just realize that that's a commercial vehicle and you're going to be paying more for maintenance, more for fuel, more in IFTA taxes. You need to really do your fucking research and look at the costs. Talk to some people that are doing it before you just jump in and think you're going to make money because you see what these loads are going for. Said I'm not going to talk about it. But be smart. You want to jump into the van business, expediting, woohoo, the life, right? Well, folks, let me tell you right now, everybody out here is struggling. Veterans, long-time van runners, everybody out here is struggling. Everybody out here is seeing the market for what it is. There are people that have dedicated routes and they're doing great, right? They have direct relationships with brokers. They're doing all right. I still believe the industry as a whole is good. I think if you can get out here with a real plan and you actually have a set business plan and the determination and the guts to fucking deal with the shitty times, it can be great. It can be something you can turn into a very profitable business. I still have a lot of optimism for this. My plans do not involve buying more vehicles. That, to me, doesn't make much sense. It's a lot more overhead. It's a lot more headache. My personal opinion is, why in the fuck would I buy another van when there are enough of you out there with vans and your own insurance and you pay your own fuel? Why would I jump into more overhead for not that much more profit when I can just dispatch you under my MC? That's the route I'm taking this. I enjoy driving. I would enjoy it a whole lot more if I was making more per mile and making the company money. This is a business that I want to see grow to be very big and very not huge, but big enough. 6-figure a year income is desirable and possible. When you see what these loads are going for, you can bid yourselves. For example, I have dispatchers that pay anywhere from lowest load I've ever taken, I think, was 78 cents a mile. And my cost per mile to operate is 72, so it's still profitable. But so most of the dispatchers are between that and $1. I've got one that I used that was basically a blessing and a gift to me from another friend, and none of his loads are less than $1 a mile. For the same reasons that everybody else doesn't give out that information, I'm not going to give you his information. I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to be saturated with drivers taking loads that potentially could end up in my pocket. So, granted, that only affects you if you're in the same area, but you know what? There's a lot of us out here. So, keep fishing. Eventually, you get a good bite. But when he gives these loads for $1 a mile, he's getting them for $2 or more a mile. So, he's making the exact same money I'm making just for dispatching. And when you look at that, if you have 10 drivers that you dispatch every day, you can make a lot of money every day. So that's the route I'm going to take this. I do want to continue to drive. I do want to keep the van. Company owns this van, so I may build it to a point where we don't need a van at all, and I'll hop out of this sucker and turn it into a roadie van and just travel with it to cool places. Again, I do enjoy driving. I do enjoy being in a different place every day and seeing the country and stopping off and trying new restaurants and seeing friends all across the United States, friends from the Marine Corps and friends, just in general that have drifted away in life and ended up in different places, whether it be Seguin or Pennsylvania. I enjoy meeting all the different people and hearing their different accents and all that. I just love it. I love it. I've never had a day that I came to work doing this where I was just fucking pissed off. Now, I've gotten pissed off during the day, and it's usually at jackass dispatchers, and a lot of that has to do with my own attitude and the way I see people. I've been working on that. I'm trying to take a step back and understand that some of these people are just genuinely fucking dumb, and maybe they just don't know that they're that fucking stupid. So, been trying to treat them like they're a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old asking questions, and just don't know. So, I get annoyed over silly shit like being tracked on several apps and macro point and whatnot, and then you ask me where the fuck I'm at. Why the fuck are you tracking me if you're gonna ask me silly questions? But anyway, the only thing that really rings a bell as far as getting pissed off is a dispatcher pushing me to drive dangerous. When I was tired, I had pulled off, and the motherfucker told me to take a 20-minute nap and get back on the road. This is after driving 16 hours in the day, and then I went and got their load. I was going to drive a few hours and stop, and then they had me turn around and come back. They made a mistake at the shipper and only gave me part of the load, and they loaded the other half on a completely different truck. So when I got back, I had to wait for the other truck to make itself back, and then they unloaded it. It was an 18-wheeler. I had to unload the whole damn 18-wheeler, separate everything, redo paperwork, unload me, and then reload me, just because of the different shapes of these crates. And then I got on the road and told them, hey, I'm pulling off, I'm asleep. That's the only one and that was with SH Express. Some dude named some weird fucking name, Aku. Yeah, fuck him. He's a cuckoo motherfucker. And find me if you don't like it, if you're watching this motherfucker. But Nobody else. There've been. You're gonna go through shitty dispatchers. You're gonna go through several. You're gonna find the ones you like. You're gonna have to pick and choose which ones to keep, which ones to use. I've had great luck with Fox Carriers and GTMM. They've kept me loaded. C-Web. I've been loaded nonstop. That's what I've been making my money with. We're not negative because we're not running. We're negative because there were different obstacles that jumped in the way. So holidays are a nightmare. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Martin Luther King Day, it all slowed down. Shit, it'll probably slow down for Valentine's Day. All these heartbroken motherfuckers out here. But it is not a business that is steady. It's not a business that is going to be the same every week in pay, location, anything. Nothing is going to stay the same in this. And it's misleading. All these fools out here making these videos, and just know that if they're selling consultations, they're getting you on the hook to get money out of your pocket. Once you pay that, they're done with you. I mean, they got you. They got your money, $300, $500, whatever it is, and they want to sell you these other. Bro, I've done it. I paid the consultation fee. Actually, my brother paid it, and they get that. I was fortunate enough that it really did. The information was accurate, but I don't believe it was worth the fee. Honestly, nothing that was given in there other than the motivation and the sense of ease. None of that information is anything that couldn't have been found on the internet already. You're going to get out here and learn a lot. If you do this, know that it is expensive. Your overhead is going to cost you no matter what. The quickest that you can find a way to reduce your overhead or increase your income, the better off you are. So I have plans in motion, getting quotes, insurance to lower that insurance. Insurance goes up when you activate your MC. Just know that. Ours is now active. It's now an extra $200 or $300 a month. We're at or over $1,000. I can't remember what the exact number was, but insurance is not the same in every state. So do your research. Here's a hint: South Dakota's cheap as fuck. So I've got to look into how I can register this vehicle in South Dakota if I have to get an apartment there and become a resident, or if you have to straight up register your business. I don't know the ins and outs, but I just know that there's a gentleman that I was working with that moved to South Dakota, and he decreased his insurance monthly from $1,500 a month to $587, and that's a hell of a profit, savings anyway. Hell of a savings. I would absolutely do that. I just got to figure out the ins and outs of that. And then fuel is by far the biggest ongoing expense. So we got to find ways. You know, I get 5 cents off a gallon at Shell. I use the Upside app and I get cash back. That's not really an outstanding app. I made close to $1,000 on it last year. But it wasn't just with the van, but it was a personal vehicle as well. And it's all right. I bought Christmas shit with it. But it is not a business that you're gonna just jump out here and make money. Don't be fooled. You're gonna be gone. You're gonna miss your family. If you're single, it's not so bad. If you've got a partner, a lover, whatever the fuck you want to call it, paramour, that can ride with you, and y'all can be team drivers, and y'all can get along. This is a small space for quite a bit of time. If y'all are not really nice to each other, know how to deal with each other, I don't recommend it. I would love to have a team driver, love to have a girlfriend that would roll with me, that could team drive and see these places with me, but everybody's going to need their own space eventually. So I guess the moral of this video is go in it with an open mind and a curious mind, and research the shit out of it. Don't just jump in and buy a van and get the insurance and then get on these boards and Facebook groups asking how you get loaded and all that. You get loaded by dispatchers until you have your MC and your authorities mature. So that takes 90 days before brokers will even look at you, and it takes roughly about 6 months before they really give a shit and you get any good loads. But and people can argue that, but that's the gist of it. So know that it costs more to have that, and you're paying for that all while it's doing nothing for you at the time. Know that everything costs money to run. It costs to eat, it costs to roll, it costs everything. You got your bills back home, you got your new bills from the business. If you don't have a way to cover that without the van making money, that sounds nuts, but you need to look into that. So make sure, treat it like you're buying a second house. And if you can't afford it with your own secondary income, don't fucking do it. I've seen some people use this as a last-ditch effort. This is it. They didn't know what else to do. They bought a van, they got out here, and they're struggling. I've tried to help. Other people have tried to help, and they're still struggling. And I want them to succeed because they're trying so fucking hard. But it's tough. It's tough. And you really got to have some grit. You need to. I don't eat out a lot of places, or a lot of times. I cook on board. I have a propane cooker, got a propane oven, I got a hot plate, I've got non-cookable food that you don't have to cook. I got a package of white chicken and chicken breast and tuna, and just non-perishable foods that you don't have to get crazy with in the kitchen. It saves me a lot of money. So I recommend you figure out how to survive in the woods without a fire, and then you'll be all right in this van. But that's that. I'm gonna end this video, and I'll get back at you with how the year's been going and what my loads have been so far, and make wise decisions, educated decisions. Best of luck to y'all.